Okay, bye Adam. We can take over from here.
Adam, kami na lang. Kaya na namin siguro.
Mag-relax ka muna dyan.
Sige na nga. Wait lang. Sige. May script naman eh. May script naman tayo eh. Wait.
Ano next?
Bawa,
Ayan.
Adam.
Okay, ito. Sino pinakamadaming hugot or sawi that time? Sino ba yung sawi sa pag-ibig ng panahon natin?
Kasi Bianca maraming hugot din.
Yes! Si Bianca.
Yeah.
Bianca.
Yung parang greeting lang natin, no? Tapos biglang makaquiet siya sa likod.
Yung biglang
siguro
Oo, no? Tapos sasabihin lang she's watching a
I don't think we're gonna drink it. We're not gonna, puro spill na lang tayo. Walang sip.
Ako mag-drink ako. Kanina pa ako nag-drink.
We can do both.
Pwede naman mag-sip.
Yeah.
Sip and spill.
Kasi what's the purpose of going live if we're not gonna spill the tea, you know?
Or the wine.
Sige, go.
Diba? Spill the wine.
Marami nga akong hugot nun, guys. Pero thank you for being there for me. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it.
Naman.
It made you stronger, B, diba?
Yeah.
Look at you now. Look at you now.
Yes. Ano ba?
Flash it, girl. Flash it.
Diba?
Oh.
Oh my goodness.
I am really thankful
Engage
sa batch
na.
natin kasi sobrang supportive lahat, understanding. Talagang kung yung isa sa atin nagtatantrums or like having a bad day, everyone's there to understand and support. Hindi yung parang, alam mo yun, yung iba backstab mo or yung, I mean, naiintindihan natin yung pinagdadaanan ng lahat kahit tayo the same backgrounds, the same family situation or like kami taga-probinsya, alam mo yun, yung iba-iba tayo na pinagdaraanan but somehow we still meet in the middle na nagkakaintindihan.
Like we were really working as a group talaga. We were preparing for individual international pageants, but
one for all for one, diba?
Beauty, what do you call this? Title holders for 2014.
Right.
Tama.
At buti na lang may mga pa-birthday si Parul.
Galaw-galaw, baka ma-stroke.
Oo nga. Ang tahimik mo, Betty.
Galaw-galaw, baka ma-stroke.
Maghahanap ako ng question.
Ikaw pa naman yung joker.
Na dapat
Ikaw pa naman yung joker ng group.
Si Bianca laging nang-i-Indian.
Sorry, guys. Architect, puro drawing. My God, I'm so sorry.
No,
So
actually, Bianca is okay eh. Bianca, okay lang naman si Bianca kasi meron naman talagang times na she's gonna show up. Si Laura talaga yung drawing lang.
Not once. I know, diba? Once, nagpakita siya. That one time.
Question from Sash
Pero
Factor,
sumama
guys.
naman siya once.
Ano?
Sino daw ang may pinakamaraming basher sa atin? Feeling ko ako.
We never compared. Pero syempre,
We never talked about the basher.
Feeling ko
Yeah,
ako.
that's so much.
Feeling ko lang naman.
The universe always gets.
Pwede namang iba.
yes.
Not for
Yes,
anything.
Yes. I think that's true. I think
Next question.
Ayan, next question.
Next question ay pag-usapan.
Saan ba tayo?
Rapid testing. Rapid testing.
COVID lang that time.
Season ngayon, lahat rapid testing. So, rapid question.
May isang question dito. Sino pinaka-patola sa bashers?
Okay, go.
In fairness, hindi tayo for battle. Ano lang, Wala.
We don't, in fact, more than anything, I think we pacify them.
Ako nga, I turned off my social media para hindi makita yung mga bashers eh. Kasi iwas-iwas para good vibes, ganyan.
Tama. To all of those watching, guys, do not underestimate how psychologically degrading din talaga ang pagbabash.
Yeah, I mean,
just think of that
social media is so easy to use.
It's demeaning. It's just
we feel
demeaning.
like we have the license to just say whatever when we see someone sa social media, on Facebook and whatever. But every single word is very powerful. So we understand naman na we chose to put ourselves in a place na people can talk about us, but let's also be, we're only humans na naririnig din namin, nababasa din namin, and sometimes we can't help but really put it in our hearts na masasaktan din.
True.
Yes.
Definitely. So,
Eto may nag-comment, sabi,
Well
feeling ko
said.
yung
I
batch nyo
just
yung pinaka-pinabayaan ng BPCI pagdating sa wardrobe sa international pageants nyo. I don't think
Wala.
so. Kasi ako 3
I
times
don't
na
think
ako
so,
sumali,
no,
ha?
honestly.
No. I think it's just what they see kasi they're comparing, di ba? Pero ako, based on my experience being second runner-up of Shamsi, I see the same treatment and talagang yung effort ni Miss Saraneta hanggang 1 a.m. pa, di ba, nag-fit tayo? I think she really tried her best.
Yeah.
Maybe it just didn't meet the expectations of the fans.
yes.
Yeah.
Pero the effort and talagang the dedication of BPCI every year to every batch is the same or maybe more intense pa nga, di ba, every year.
Yes. I mean,
of course. Well said, babe.
Yeah, like I would like to clear out, like some people, they say some things about Binibining Pilipinas and Madam Stella saying that they are, like Mrs. Ananeta is sabotaging us down. We just want to make it clear that Mrs. Araneta showed nothing but support and love to all of us. Pag kami nasaktan sa pageant namin, mas masakit din siya. Nag-iyakan kami ni Madam nung umuwi ako. As in, like, lahat tayo. Nag-iyakan tayo nun. Like, she wishes the best for the girls.
Yeah.
And, I hope you guys understand that. It might not be what we think is best, but she is doing her best. And I think it's very unfair lang if you guys, make her into the bad guy when she's not naman. Promise, she's not the bad guy.
She's not. Nowhere close.
Sabi ko nga sa kanya, adapt na lang niya ako eh.
Diba?
Can you imagine? I think
I wish
the pageantry in the Philippines, it's just so supportive because girls, remember like in your international pageant, there are some girls that have nothing with them.
I know. And
so
I remember
so blessed.
Some girls that they
We
had
are
to
so blessed to be supported by our country. More than anything, to be supported by Mrs. Araneta.
Right.
Like literally, you have to bring yourself. She's got your entire wardrobe there, including your undergarments and all your toiletries, and for your hair to makeup and dresses. Imagine you just need to bring yourself there. And other candidates from around the world, they don't have anything. They repeat what they have. So we are very, very fortunate.
Definitely.
Okay, I'm gonna drink to that.
Woo!
Cheers!
Cheers!
Another question.
Cheers!
Napa-beer. Wait,
Next
may
question.
another question. What is the one thing you ladies would like to share from your respective international competitions to the 2020 candidates? Starting with Parul.
I'd like to share. I would say right now, learn all that you can and give your 100, 200%, because at the end of the day, once you're on that stage and on that night, whether you get the crown or you don't get the crown, whether you get it or you don't get it, at least you've given your all, you did it.
Yes.
And that way you'll be satisfied. You win or you not win, at least you did your part. Sometimes, you didn't make it and you tell yourself, I should have done this. Maybe I could have done that.
Right.
That's what I felt the first time I joined Binibining. The first time I joined Binibining, I was like, shit, I could have pushed myself some more. I could have done this. I could have worked out on my Q&A some more, but I didn't.
Right.
Right. And doing my international pageant, even though I didn't win the crown and I just came out third runner-up. I didn't get the crown, but I felt like I won.
Right.
I felt like I won because I gave it my all.
No regrets.
There.
No regrets.
No regrets, exactly.
Go, Chris.
Yeah, babe.
For me naman, like what I mentioned kanina, our social media accounts now are very easy to use. What I want the girls to know is that the most important actually only come from the people who matters to you.
Right.
You can listen to some critics, but put into heart the words that are coming from the people who are really important to you. Kasi yun lang naman talaga ang importante. And really keep it in your heart. Kasi at the end of the day,
Yeah,
pag
kailangan
pageant
talaga.
night na, ikaw lang yung nasa stage. And
Right.
ikaw lang yung makikita. It's
Right.
just you. So,
Yeah.
important talaga na makinig ka lang sa mga taong importante sa'yo and mahal mo.
Yes.
Yun.
Yes.
Yeah,
True,
and,
kailangan talaga selective hearing and reading and seeing.
It's a talent and it takes a while. But when you
Right.
do, when you master it, it's the best thing that will ever happen to you.
Go, Yvette.
Yes, Yvette.
Yeah,
Tama.
that's true actually. And also one thing about, utilizing the social media nowadays kasi during our time it's not at its peak pa. But right now there's so much that you can do with social media. So my advice to the candidates for 2020 is to be as raw as you can kasi you really have to show the audience who you really are because the social media audience, I mean in general, are way smarter now. I mean, kasi before social media is just for I don't know, not really vanity, but
just to
more
lurk lang.
to enjoy, mga ganon, diba?
Wait lang.
Yeah, but pa-cute, diba? But now, it's really a platform. So you make use of this platform to really share your advocacies and show the people who you really are. Because it's hard to be somebody who you're not every day. And you have to be consistent.
Yeah.
True. Oh my God, so true.
Yes.
Go be.
Diba? So, from day one,
Tama ka, Yvette. You were
show
so
who you
right.
are and then be consistent.
You'd be surprised, when they say when they say like try to be yourself, and then sometimes you don't know who you really are anymore. You're like, but I thought it was beauty pageant. I need to look a certain way. I need to do this, But tama ka, Yvette. Know who you are and be yourself. That's a great advice.
Go be.
Okay, so definitely I agree with Yvette. And I think one of the topics and that comes up in when we talk about pageants nowadays, when we compare it to how it was before, dati tayo, nung nagte-training tayo, pinagsasabihan pa tayo na wag masyadong controversial yung sagot or be neutral, neutral.
Right.
Don't side. Dapat diplomatic ka lagi. Iba na ngayon. The girls today are expected to have an opinion. They're expected to express it, and they're expected to really be genuine about it. Kasi tama si Yvette, mas matalino ngayon ang mga tao. Pag fake ka, pag hindi genuine yung sinasabi mo, alam ka agad. And ako siguro my advice for all the candidates is, the pageant, that's a platform, but it's just a platform. Do not get your worth by the crown. Don't say na wala lang ako kasi hindi pa naman ako nananalo, wala pa yung corona. That's not it. You win the crown so that you can make it into something that you want it to be. That's the goal. And if you think about it that way,
it doesn't define you. Yeah.
Exactly. So it doesn't define you. You define it. You will define your role. You define your title. So ang challenge ngayon sa girls, you gotta know what you stand for. You gotta know your values. You gotta know what is important to you and what you want the society to be. Wala, matatalino na dapat yung girls, like beautiful inside and out, not superficial. High standards na tayo, which is wonderful, Finally, kinuha na natin, binalik na natin yung tool ng pageantry from being a tool for men to ogle at women's bodies. Binalik na natin sa atin and ginagamit na natin for what we want to use it as. And I love that about the evolution of pageantry. And I think the girls, gumagaling, tumatalino, nagiging brave yung mga girls year after year after year. I'm so proud of the new generation of baby queens. Tayo oldie queens na tayo sila baby queens.
Oh my God.
Pero totoo yan, B. I think that's one of the things na I really look up on B about.
Yeah.
she joined the beauty pageant, yung platform niya andyan na solid na, di ba? So she just used the pageantry to be a platform, to be a stage para mapalawak pa yung platform na ginagawa na niya previously. And she's very firm on that. So totoo yung sinabi ni B. Akin siguro addition na lang.
Yes.
You can't be spoon-fed, 'di ba? Huwag kang umasa lahat na lang sa trainers mo na lahat ituturo nila sa'yo. Do your research.
Tama yan. Pagkakamali ko yan.
But that's your first pageant kasi. You know?
Oo, kasi parang once na naging member ka na ng camp, parang girls are expecting na lahat to be learned
Ibibigay.
from the mamas. And then there comes the inggitan kasi, bakit siya ganyan? Bakit ako ganito? But if you're working hard, na ikaw mismo sa sarili mo, you're doing your research, you're watching all the videos available on YouTube, or like just anything you can do, diba, to help yourself grow in terms of like beauty pageantry. I think additional informations na lang yung matututunan natin sa mga mamas. But ayun, help yourself first of all. Additional.
Yeah,
sabi ni Adam, eto, quick question. Sino daw pinakamagaling sa pasarela?
Oh, I would vote. I think I would vote.
Alam ko ako yung weakest. I know, I admit, I'm not the best at it.
Sino ba pinaka sa akin? Parul, for one. I love your
Wait. I didn't hear the question. B? What was the
Pinakamagaling
question?
sa pasarela.
Pasarela.
Ako, Parul.
Ako rin.
For me, Parul.
I think sa walk. Si Yvette, ang galing-galing niya mag-walk. I think we all have different walks, you know?
Isa pa yan.
Why bet also?
Galing
But I think like
sa country
each of us have a different walk to it.
What, why bet?
Iba-iba, no, it's like...
Iba-iba.
Yes.
Iba-iba lakad natin eh. Lalo na sa'yo, dahil
Iba-iba, like we have a signature to our walk. So it fits our personality, it fits our body type, it represents us, you know. And the more we do pasarelas, the more it becomes us, you know. We take it and make it our own.
Right. Ayun, girls, don't copy. I mean, it's okay to find inspiration.
Why can't I hear MJ?
But it's better if it's, you know better your body, your walk, and what's good for you. Kasi syempre, iba-iba tayo ng shape ng katawan, di ba? So, I think what might work for me might not work for you. So, I think first of all, you should, familiarize your body, the length of your strides. Ang daming factor ng lakad eh. And most of all, embrace it and make it your own.
I think that's the most important. Embracing it, making it your own, confidence building. It's really just injecting your confidence in that and knowing that this is me, and I love me.
Right.
So watch me. Ganun lang. Pakapala ng mukha in a way, but,
si
be
Bianca,
proud of
feeling
who
ko
you are.
yung walk niya very carefree. Yung parang, I could care less of you guys, but this is me. I'm presenting. Di ba yung gown niya? Sobrang ganda kaya ng binibini. Sobrang carefree.
Oh, the blue one with a slit.
In fairness,
That made her snatch the best in gown, you guys.
in fairness, totoo yan.
Diba?
The gown really made me. I was so happy. I was like, thank God, this gown. Salamat. Ito yung nakuha. Tapos, syempre, nakikita ko na sa comment yung mga comment nila about my gown sa Miss International. So, I'm gonna clear it na, guys. I'm gonna clear it, okay? So, lahat kami, before international pageant, they asked us to come in and fit various gowns and pick which one we like the most, okay? And marami yan. Si Madam Araneta is there, si Derek Raymond, basta, it's a little panel. So, lahat kami ginawa namin yun. And the gown that I ended up using was one input din nila na Madam. Pero ako, honestly, I also said, I'm good with that gown. Kasi sabi nila, I looked my best in that gown. They liked how I looked in that gown. Ako, first time ko mag-pageant noon, sila yung expert. So, I was like, well, if you think I look good, then let's go, let's do this. Parang go. Ako, honestly also, I was very insecure with my little tummy area. Because mapusunan ako. Like, I'm gonna be super duper honest, guys. Mapusunan ako. May puson ako lagi. Even at my thinnest, I had a little pouch. So, ewan ko psychological.
Naalala ko pa yung no salt diet mo, di ba?
Oo, grabe. Para lang mawala yun.
The water retention.
Yes, para lang mawala yun. Mahirap. So, when they gave me a ball gown, I just kept thinking na parang, okay, at least yung pouch ko hindi makikita. So, okay na yung ball gown.
Right.
So, all those things. Pero syempre, I regret not saying that I wanted another option or something more glamorous looking. Syempre, looking back, marami rin ako mga decisions na I wish I could have been more assertive on, if I put it that way. Pero yeah, hindi rin kasalanan ni Madam yung gown ko. I'm sorry, Mrs. Araneta, if you've been, blamed for this. But I had input, guys. I had input. It's not like, wala na akong magawa. Yan na yung gown ko. Hindi. It wasn't like that. I agree.
Ako yung walang magawa. Joke.
Oh, ikaw yun. Ikaw lang yung walang choice. Ikaw yung pag-apak mo doon. Yan na, that's it. Wala ka na. Oo. Grabe.
So, sila guys, may option. And then ako, yung gown ko, actually, hindi ko nakita. Hindi ko alam. I don't have any idea kung anong design, anong color, how it looks. I was surprised. So, gift siguro sa akin yun, joke. Kaya, ayun. Next question.
Yes.
Moving on.
Okay, moving on.
Aside from you,
moving on.
Sip
lang kasi dapat.
2014 sa title. I'm sorry.
Aside from
2014?
On daw.
2014. Oo. Sinong mga mahigpit na kalaban daw natin for the crown? Ang dami. Actually,
yeah,
the
it was a good
competition,
batch.
diba?
Yeah, it was a good batch.
It was a good batch.
2014, yeah.
Actually, us winning the crown is pure luck. It's luck. Kasi hindi mo naman pwedeng sabihin the other girls who didn't win the crown are less, beautiful or less smart.
Yeah,
or
of
less
course.
anything. It's just based on a judgment of a number of people. So you cannot say that, that she is better than her because if it's a different group of people, it might have had a different outcome.
Oo.
Tama.
So I think aside from the efforts now, which is 100% naman lahat tayo, all the 40 girls had given their 100%. It's just based on the judgment of the people. Pero in my opinion, ako I can't even pinpoint. I have no idea. Actually, it creates insecurity but when you keep on comparing yourself to others, diba? And looking at other girls. Parang feeling mo, I can't win the crown, she's gonna win the crown. Like, see, Chris at that time was a big favorite, a crowd favorite na talagang, Chris is gonna bag universe.
Yeah.
So somehow it creates
I think this would be also a great advice, MJ.
Right, P? Yes, P. Go, P.
No, I said no. I said it's a great advice. Give the aspiring beauty right now, focus on yourself. You have wala kang kalaban, sarili mo lang talaga yung kalaban mo.
Yeah.
Right? It's like the best advice also to give them.
Yep. There's
Parang
nothing.
someone's asking about your gown. What's behind your blue gown sa prelims, MGI, and then you switched to red Mark Baumgartner gown during finals? Was it carefully planned strategy?
Hindi siya blue, no? Purple siya.
Sino may kasalanan doon? Ang live streaming. Joke.
Di ba sip or spill to? Sip or spill to.
Oh!
Kunyari naghang. Chos.
Ay, She's not.
Since we're
Next.
talking about our wardrobes now.
Next question.
Since we're talking about our wardrobes now, Adam is,
Diba? Kasi
may
sip or
question si
spill.
Adam.
Ano?
Yes, may question si Adam. And sabi niya, girls, di ba kayo nang hihinayang o walang konting na feel na sayang moment kasi kayo yung last batch na hindi nagkaroon ng chance na makapili ng sarili niyong wardrobe for your respective international pageant?
Syempre meron.
Except for me.
Meron naman.
Except for me, I kind of that I can answer. Naalala ko when everyone was 'di ba before we go to our international pageants, they already prepare your national costumes,
Yes, yes.
'di ba? They tell you what national costume will go for you. I literally put my foot down and I said, "No, I want to wear Edwin Uy." They're like, "Oh, you're gonna wear this Filipiniana, this one." I was like,
Right. Right.
"No, madam, I don't look nice in a Filipiniana." Diba? I look nice in like Edwin
Guys, si
Uy is
Parul
like
lang ang kayang
Muslim,
gumawa
a
ng
Diba?
Muslim.
ganyan.
Si Paru lang
Yes,
yung
Yeah,
inspired
kayang may
she's
costume.
favorite.
Kaya siya
That's
yung
why she's the
favorite.
favorite.
Kaya siya.
Ano ako, guys.
Paano yung effects, Vibe? Paano yung effects?
Si Parul, no!
And that's how yeah, yeah. And that's how Tito Edwin, I remember she was like, "Oh, why don't you wear this?" I was like, "No, it don't look nice in the Filipina." She looks at me and she said, "Okay, okay." I was like, "No, I don't look nice in the. I want to wear Edwin Uy. I want his costume. I look great in Binibining Pilipinas. I want to wear that one if I go when I go for my international pageant, and it's the best."
Mm.
I told him it's the best. I like it because it looks nice on me. You
Right.
know, I'm not gonna wear anything that doesn't look nice on me.
Buti ka
And
pa,
especially I'm
Parul.
gonna be
Ha?
representing the Philippines. She was like, and then she was like, okay, we'll call Edwin. So she called Edwin Oy, and then Tito Edwin, and then sabi niya, she got all the headdresses, right? Tapos
Malupit
binigay
talaga
yung
si
headdress
Parul.
kay Yvette,
Edwin
kay
Uy.
Bianca,
Mine was Edwin Way.
diba? Kay Bianca and everyone. Sabi ko, no, that's my headdress. Why are you giving it to her? Yung headdress ko.
Your headdress, I used your headdress during Binibining, diba? Tama?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, why are you giving it to
I think you wore
her?
the same.
So she was looking at me again. She was like, how? I don't know. She's looking at me like, how is she speaking to me like that? Or,
Hey,
and
Chris,
no,
there's a
so,
question for you.
okay,
What's
go,
your
go.
reaction nung nanalo si Thailand sa time mo?
What was it?
What was your reaction nung nanalo si Miss Thailand sa time mo?
My God, parang it's like this question isn't meant for me to answer. I can't hear you.
Bottoms up!
No, I just
Bottoms up!
ano yun?
How does it feel? I mean, how did you feel daw na nalo si Thailand during your time?
Okay. So, we were told what the mechanics of the pageant was. At first, it was top 15 where they would pick 3 girls in different continents. And then after the top 15, I think we would go straight to top 5 na 1 in each continent na lang if I'm mistaken. So, when they called for the top 5, they called me for Queen of Asia and Oceania. So that was it. And then when we were backstage now, we were getting ready for the final walk and the final Q&A. Biglang tinawag si First.
Yeah.
Her name is First. Biglang tinawag si First yung Miss Thailand. And then she got pulled out. We didn't know what was happening. Yun pala, they presented her na top 6 pala.
Mm-hmm.
So, like we were, kasi, I mean, if you're in the pageant, you're preparing for the final Q&A, you want it to be the best, you want you to be at your best during your final
Right.
Q&A. We didn't think of it at that. So, when we were out there na, parang, it's supposed to be the top 5 out on stage. Parang, oh, bakit 6 kami? We had no idea. And then we were answering our questions na, blah, blah, blah. And then, yun, I was called as the second runner-up and she was called as the winner. And then, of course, it came to...
Baka wild card, babe.
Sabi nila yung top 16 yung wild card. We didn't know about the top 6.
Right.
And then, yun, she got called as a winner. I didn't know I honestly, I let go of part na. I was able to just let it go and forget it na. For me, kasi I did everything that I could. I gave so much of myself for my international pageant. And I had no regrets. Kasi no matter, yeah, diba? Kahit anong gawin mo, at the end of the day, what was destined for you at that night will always be what will be presented in your hands.
Right.
So I did my best. I gave so much of myself, my time, everything. And then I mean, if you think about it, there were 60 other girls in that pageant. 59 other girls in that pageant. And I ended up with the second runner-up title. And I'm, more than happy na somehow I was able to be at my best at that night, that they were able to give me that title at the end of the pageant naman. So, if like, I feel bad after the pageant kasi sobrang daming nag-bash, and First is a really nice girl, sobrang bait niya. Every time she would find out that I'm in Thailand or in Bangkok especially, she would actually really make some time for me. She would really meet up with me when I'm in Bangkok. She's such a nice girl, and I think she did well for Miss Thailand Universe last year. I think she was in the top 5.
Oh.
Yeah. So, hi Rojalie Katakutan, she's watching.
Oh, Rogelio.
Betty, may question dito na gusto ko rin sagutin mo.
Ano yun?
Since eligible ka pa for Miss Universe Philippines, may balak ka pa bang sumali ulit? Ako, support lang ako sa'yo.
Oh yeah, we're all like ates now.
No, are you?
Para sa akin, kung gusto mo, kaya mo yan. Just saying.
Kaya nga.
Kung sasabi pa, ano pa?
Kailangan natin ng account at Miss Universe.
May ganon.
Yvette Santiago for Miss Universe. Chat. No pressure.
Actually, kakatanong lang yan sa akin. Same question nung huli kong parang FB live.
Charot, no pressure.
That was, ang bilis ang sagot ko na no. Pero sabi ko, parang after my first binibining, parang, if ever na hindi daw ako nanalo, will I join again? Tapos sabi ko parang no, because my actual dream talaga is to join Binibining, because Binibining Pilipinas is the mother of all pageants. So parang, that was my goal during that time. I was 20. So parang sabi ko, after boards, I want to join Binibining. I want to prove to myself I want to be Miss Universe. Parang may mga ganong feeling, diba? Pero having naman the Miss Supra title, well, it kind of gave me the same satisfaction, because it was a dream came true. I was able to join Binibining, represent my beautiful region, the Bicol region, made it to an international pageant, represented the country eventually. So yeah, parang I'm happy. And then, I think right now I want to move forward na. Parang next chapter of my life and leave the pageant industry to the new, ano tawag sa kanila? The new gen.
Yeah,
new gen.
Grabe ka ko lang na.
New gen, why ba? Huwag ka namang ganyan.
Minsan ka nakakalimutan ko, ang edad ko lang pala sila.
Oo nga, be. Bata ka din yung
one of the most memorable Wybet would be our homecoming. It was so nice kasi we met in Heathrow, diba? And we shared the same flight coming back to the Philippines. It was really nice and heartwarming na parang good see kasi
daming nagko-comment, sumali ka daw, girl.
Grabe yung stress yung papauwi. Tapos you see a very familiar face. Tapos kasama yung papauwi. So it was a very heartwarming feeling. Sa flight naman tulog na tulog lang si Wybet.
Oo. I was so tired pala.
Yeah. We were
pero
both
feeling
so tired.
ko, yung hindi rin siguro hindi masyadong na for the fans, no? Hindi. Our side, mga beauty queens. Mahirap ihiwalay yung the beauty life to personal life. Kasi parang when you're preparing for the pageant, yun yung nagiging buhay natin, di ba? And it's really hard to move forward.
Yes, that's what we don't see.
Yung pageant life from to whatever you wanted to do after that. So parang hindi siya ganun ka-easy.
Or may
switch on
pageant hangover.
yung pageant.
Parang may ganun.
Okay, a pageant
Yes,
mood na.
yes. It's aside from yung life natin during the
It's
whole
not-
pageant, it's also yung how we recover, if you call it that, after our pageants. Diba? It's how we get back on our feet when we're not in that that side of our life anymore.
Yeah, totoo yan.
Right.
I mean, kayo girls,
I'm
lahat
just
kayo.
happy to see updates online na lang.
Right.
Parang I'm contented na with that. Hindi na rin ako masyadong, kasi syempre I've been doing a lot of things na rin. Hindi na ako masyadong yung talagang nagtitrain ng mga girls or like, I'm just watching from the sidelines. So I'm just like a regular fan. And I'm happy with that. Kasi syempre stressful din yung pinagdaanan natin, diba? Like for
Yeah, definitely. I think some people underestimate.
Yeah.
So, sa 3 years chunk of my oo, mahaba-haba rin yung effort, sacrifices and time. Also is enjoying her life after the pageant scene.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Kayo girls, would any of you join Miss Universe Philippines? I wouldn't.
Chris, if ever kung pwede pa, sasali ka ba?
Not considering the age. I guess I have given so much of myself
Girl, I did it
during
twice.
Binibini and the international pageant. So, I think that was good enough for me. Somehow, parang same kay Yvette na it was my father's dream for me to join Binibining Pilipinas. So, I did, and somehow I did well.
Yeah.
And okay na yon. I put so much of myself na, kahit ilang years na ba? Like 5, 6 years? 6 years! 6 years na, and somehow, honestly, I feel like we're still slowly recovering from what we missed, and
6 years na.
6 years na tayo,
Sobrang
girls.
totoo yan.
Grabe!
We're
Mag-iisang dekada na,
we're still
guys.
slowly
Malapit na.
recovering and still somehow slowly trying to get back what we gave so much and invested so much when we joined Binibini
Right.
and our international pageant.
Yeah, but that's so true. I don't think a lot of people realize that. But it does take years to kind of recover. I mean, it's not like sa sobrang sama ng experience or anything like
Yes,
that.
yes, yes.
It's just that, hindi ko ma-describe. I guess I can't describe it.
Grabe kasi yung impact, no, sa life natin.
Grabe.
Good or bad. Pero talagang
Grabe.
it really does affect our lives. May mga nagtatanong about
True.
Betty, may nagpapapansin sa'yo.
I know, I was gonna
Sino?
mention Betty, si Dari.
dapat sumagot naman tayo ng mga controversial questions.
Hahap Dari. Betty, mag-hi ka na kay Hahap Dari, please.
It's
Hi, Hahap Dari!
Sorry, kanina pa siya eh.
Yeah, she's
I
been
can
calling
see
out
the
to
comments
her.
kasi.
Okay.
ayan, make her day.
Ayan.
Parula, ito. What's your opinion?
What?
About what?
Ayun na naman, ko na naman narinig to si MJ. Laging pag may question, laging,
ba?
pero here's your question.
Parul,
Naghang.
Narinig mo pa ron? Here's your question. I can't hear you the second you ask a question, you go blank. You just mute. For some odd reason, it's mute. Sabihin mo, ikaw nga, Chris.
Coverage ng internet ni Parul. Parang hindi niya masagot yung mga controversial questions.
Oo nga.
No, I swear, pati si Chris
Nilalasing
kanina.
ka.
Hindi ka niya narinig. No, pati si Chris kanina. Hindi niya naririnig si MJ, pero narinig ko si MJ. Ano ba? Don't make me feel drunk when I'm not yet, ha? Like,
Actually,
yung
Parul,
ano-
someone was saying,
go.
may nag-comment kanina, lasing ba si Parul?
Anong question
It
ni
seemed
MJ?
like you're very
Ay, hindi pa
energetic.
po.
No, that's the normal Parul we know.
Wala.
Yes.
Wala pa po.
Eh, tatlo na kayo nagsasalita.
Narinig mo ba question ko?
Yes, go MJ.
Hindi. Or ine-etsos lang tayo.
Okay.
No, we couldn't hear you.
Yes!
Hindi.
Parol, are you there?
Siya naman nag-lag.
No na!
Ayan. Go, MJ, go!
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, what's your opinion on the What's Grudge on Filipino
Okay,
fans
I'm here.
and him unfairly unplacing our girls, especially Eva? Hindi na naman narinig.
Sino?
Iniisip na niya.
Wait. Please translate
I lock my sanitizer
this
to that.
Hanson.
Ay, alam mo, pero look at the private chat. Ika-copy-paste
Please
ko.
translate. No, I think
Ayun,
ko na rin
picture yung question. Asan na yun?
May private chat ba? So, hindi ako familiar masyado ng
No.
Ayan, ito.
But really kita, Bianca, I hear you clearly.
Okay, so I'll repeat the question now. Per rule, what's your
I hear
opinion
you clearly, Bianca.
Naku, wala nang corona kung binibigyan
na what's grudge
night
of
to?
Filipino fans and him unfairly unplacing our girls, especially Eva?
What's my opinion?
Yes.
Oh my
On
God, lahat kayo nagsasalita, hindi naririnig si Bianca.
shocks pala.
Girl, narinig ko, unpleasing the girl, especially.
Again.
What?
What's your opinion on what's grudge on Filipino fans and him unfairly unplacing our girls, especially Eva? May ganun issue pala. Ay, naglag si ate.
Ako sasagot. Wala naman akong alam. Pwede ba
Parang ayaw nila talaga tayo sumagot.
No.
It's either when you're asking the question, we can't
No.
hear it. Pag ikaw yung tinatanong, naglalag ka. Ayaw.
Ayaw talaga, di ba?
Ayaw.
Sorry, Island Life.
Parol,
Island
sabi sa
Life.
comments, charotero ka daw.
Tagal na pong charotera si Parol.
Ayaw. Naririnig mo ako,
Yes,
hello?
yes, go.
Yes,
Narinig ka.
Pero nakalag siya eh. Hindi gumagalaw yung
Oo nga,
sigaw
nalalag
niya.
siya.
Guys, gusto ko sanang sagutin para sa inyo, pero si Parol lang yung may alam niya.
Sige nga, MJ.
Wala si Carol!
Wow,
Winukutan
syempre.
tayo dyan.
Nakita ko yung wine ko.
Nakahingi nga ng wine dyan.
Here, guys. You want some?
Eto na lang,
Naubos
may
na
mga
yung wine.
nagtatanong sa
si Parol.
may nagtatanong sa akin about the pink gown. Ayan.
Ayun.
Na-clarify ko na to dun sa Ashty Nights, yung kina-Bessie naman. The pink gown kasi parang may dala lang akong mga spare gowns if ever something happened to my gown kasi nga wala akong idea kung ano yung susuotin ko, ganyan. Pero during that time kasi ina-alter yung gown, masyadong malaki sa akin. But I have so much respect to Mrs. Araneta and in no way did I ever plan on wearing another gown but what she had prepared for me. Kasi at the end of the day, it's her pageant and she's our boss and she did everything that she knows is best for us. So parang I really didn't have any plans na to go against her. So ayun, and about Poleng, bakit daw hindi laging nakakasama sa reunions namin? Tanungin, i-DM nyo kaya siya kasi hindi rin sinasagot yung DM ko. Joke.
Si Paulina Vega. Paulina Vega ba?
Poleng.
Okay.
Kayo na mag-DM guys, tanungin nyo, baka naman sagutin kayo. Hindi ako sinasagot.
Kasi parang hindi na talaga bumalik.
Ronald Badiang, ano yun? Poleng, tago natin sa Poleng kasi nag-Google Translate yung mga fans guys, baka mabash tayo.
Hello.
Ayan.
Welcome back, Parol!
Hello.
What's your answer?
Ayan,
Girl, sorry,
Parol,
Island
it's
Life.
time for you to answer. Minessage mo ba sa kanya, B?
Sige.
Punyemas. Wait lang.
No.
Hindi. Wait. Akala ko kasi nadinig ko niya ako. Sorry. Wait lang. Sorry.
Lahat kayo, ah.
Very unfriendly of me. I'm so sorry.
Oh, there's a shot.
Nasaan na siya?
Forgiven.
Hindi ko na mahanap. Okay, next question na lang.
Narinig mo ba ako? Parul.
Yeah.
Hi. Narinig ako.
Hello?
Ayan.
You're lagging.
Ayun, ito. Per rule, sabi ni Sash Factor, ano ba hinahanap ng MGI sa isang winner dahil 2 years na tayong unplaced? What do you think they're looking for? Why are we not, being able to give it to them in their perspective?
What?
Oh, shit. Shucks. What do you think MGI is looking for? And why have we not placed? Why have we not placed? Why do you think we have not been able to place the last 2 years?
What? Miss Grand?
Ayan, naka-flash. Naka-flash yung question.
I really don't know. It's the judges. They have to judge.
Naka-flash.
Can you hear me?
Basahin sa screen.
Ayan, nasa screen, Parul.
I know that. Ano ba?
Huwag kang etchos.
Huwag kang etchos, Parul.
No, honestly, like, I'll be very honest. I'll be very honest right now. Like, I really don't know anymore. Honestly, after my year, Nicole's, and then Elizabeth Clenzy, I've completely left the pageant world. Again, like, I'm not updated, but for as far as I know, I mean, they're looking for a particular type, every year is just a different girl. Do you understand? Like, every year is just a different girl. Maybe this year they wanted a Filipina, and maybe the panel of judges didn't want a Filipina to win.
Right.
Sometimes it's also luck, I mean, like, she has performed her best, but again, at the end of the day, it's the panel of judges,
Right.
It's that five people sitting on that table judging you.
Right.
Scoring you, grading you. I don't know, for the past 2 years, I haven't actually, During my pageant, we had 3 judges.
3?
3.
3?
Huh?
3.
3? Judging
Yeah.
how many girls? 70 plus girls?
We had 3.
That's kind of unfair, no? Parang in my opinion lang, ha?
We
to
had
just
3.
have
I had
3
3
people decide who's gonna win an
3, and then
competition.
and then 5. I guess there were 3 or there were 5. 5. So, like, I've done the pageant world. Thank you for all the lessons, but there's so much more I could do. Again, like what Bianca said earlier, you shouldn't let the pageant world define you. Like, there's so much more you can do out there. Don't you agree?
Yeah.
Definitely. I mean,
Can you hear me?
yes, we can.
Hello?
Although it's a bit choppy.
Hello?
Oh, no. All right.
So is MGI still part of the Binibining line of crowns for this year? Because I'm not sure. Are we still sending girls?
I think it still is.
I think so too. I'm not
Yeah.
sure. They haven't announced otherwise. All right.
Laging last minute ina-announce yung crowns.
Yeah, yung
Yes.
pa yung
like with
Kasi minsan
Intercontinental, they announced it the night before yata, diba? Or 2 nights
Hello?
before.
Hi.
Hi,
right,
P.
right.
Ayan, sabi ni Sash Factor, yes.
Eto guys,
Okay, so where did I lost you all again.
Do you think camp matters in winning
Ito
a
talaga si
certain
MJ
national
controversial.
Camp matters? Do you think the
Do you
camp
think what?
matters?
Camp.
Okay, are you talking about Miss Universe Philippines? I feel like...
National title.
Okay. Actually, I think the whole camp culture is definitely shifting. I don't think... I think kumakawala na tayo doon. I think the focus now is really on the girls, how well they're performing. I think now more than ever, lumalayo na yung camp talk sa girls. Not like us,
Right.
na we were really announced na we're under this camp. Ito yung camp natin. Ito kami magkakasama. May mga group photos and all of that. Nowadays, I don't think it's like that anymore. Like, yeah, you have people
Parang
helping you, you have
individual,
the camp helping
aside from the camp, may individual teams na rin yung per candidate, no? Parang yun yung napansin ko eh.
The glam
Definitely.
team.
I think
Yes.
nagmamatter na yung personal effort ng mga girls ngayon.
Uy, mas matrabaho maging candidate ngayon
Yeah.
kaysa when it was our time, ha? Like, kudos to
Aside
all
from,
the
of course, the
girls.
research, ganyan. So, eto dito na ngayon nagmamatter to kasi iba
Yeah,
na
like
yung
every day,
intensity
may
ng
kanya-kanya silang
competition.
Why?
And with the pandemic as well, they're kind of left to their own devices now. Kasi everything's online. Yung Miss Earth, grabe yung mga girls. They had to, think about their own background. They had to think about, grabe, I mean, kudos to the Miss Earth candidates. Ang hirap ng ginawa nyo. But you guys did a great show. Oh, kasi they had to do everything on their own. Their own video, their own makeup, everything. And tayo, mas baby tayo.
So much
I have to say, mas baby tayo nun. Mas spoon-fed tayo nun in terms of
I
what to
have
wear,
to
what
agree.
to...
Yeah, I have to agree. That's one of the good side nung time natin where Mrs. Araneta prepared everything for us. Kasi we would just go and show up sa Araneta for our trainings, our seminars. We would think less of the things that we needed to bring kasi she would prepare everything for us. Even yung nails natin, yung hair natin, she would schedule us for our sponsors at that time, which was David Salon, diba?
Yeah.
And as what Parul mentioned, even our toiletries, our underwear, everything was prepared. And then I remember sa time ko, we were required to bring with us parang formal coat na white. And immediately, she sent someone to Araneta, Gateway, to buy that white coat for me. Just so I could bring it sa pageant. I could complete everything. And the girls now, kasi they have to do everything on their own. And so, I like, grabe yung, like, all praises to them. Kasi kinaya nila at kaya nila. They schedule the designers, sila maghahanap ng designers, they would pitch in kung ano yung gusto nilang design for their gown, fittings, trainings, everything on their own. So grabe, sobrang effort, and we really need to parang commend the girls who are competing now kasi daming effort, sobrang effort talaga, everything. So I really appreciate the girls now kasi it's really hard work, determination, and dedication talaga to represent the Philippines now.
Ako, opinion ko lang addition to that. Kung importante ba yung camp, yes, it's very important to have a camp kasi it's really hard to compete all by yourself, all alone. But at the same time, your personal effort is very important as well. Hindi pwedeng aasa ka lang. Hindi pwedeng mag-aantay ka lang. Hindi pwedeng sila yung gagawa ng lahat para sa'yo. So, you joining the competition, dapat 100% ka. Willing kang mag-sacrifice at mag-effort. Sabi ni Adam, nasa na ba yun? Ayun.
Yeah.
During your reign, nag-compare ba kayo ng evening gown or natkos with one another para patalbugan or nag-brainstorm kayo with each other ng pegs? May chance ba tayo mag-brainstorm?
Or natkos? Is this for the international pageant or our international pageant?
Rain daw eh. Rain eh.
During
so I think we already won.
Yeah. So it was us preparing for our international pageant.
Siguro casual talks lang, no, na ganito yung gusto ko, ganyan yung ano. Pero I think it's a common knowledge na for us na we really didn't have the final say of as to what we're going to wear for the pageant night. I think it's more of like speculations.
Yes, we knew na it. Yeah.
Oo.
Also naman, we were 5 different girls. So, iba yung bodies natin, iba yung shape ng katawan natin. We look differently from each other. So, kahit naman na bigyan tayo nung same na damit, we wouldn't look the same.
Tama.
So, parang we understood our bodies, we understood our looks, and our pegs, for that matter.
Yeah.
And doon na tayo nag-base ng, what we wanted to look like during our international pageant.
Right.
Definitely.
Bianca,
Right. Right.
coming into Miss International Finals, were you satisfied with your performance in terms of wardrobe and execution? Because some pageant fans feel you were too fierce for Miss International.
Wow, fierce.
Too
Okay.
fierce?
It's not like I tried
You
to be
can never be
fierce.
too fierce for pageants. Naks. Ako yun
Oh,
naman.
oh my God.
Go be.
Honestly, I guess with Miss International, especially at the
Baka kasi
time,
sinasabi nila pag oo, pa-sweet daw for Miss International, di ba?
yeah, they had, the fans all had this peg na for Miss International, kailangan pa sweet kasi gusto ng Japanese and all of that stuff. But for Miss International kasi, I think in terms of all the big pageants, Miss International yung pinaka-ambig when it comes to branding. In the sense that they don't really tell us the scoring. They don't tell us you get this if you do this. You get hindi siya ganon. Like it's very ambiguous in that sense. Um, but yes, of course, naririnig ko na dapat mas pa-sweet ang Miss International. And I thought I kind of went that way kasi I feel like naman naturally I'm not so Miss Universe fierce too much. I mean, look at me. Ang galaw ko, makulit ako. I mean, I don't think I'm fierce. So,
Carefree.
oh, I guess, yeah,
You have so much energy.
I guess there are definitely some things that I would have changed in terms of wardrobe, but it's not like we have that much we didn't have that much option at the time. And honestly, I thought I did my best. I thought na nakuha ko naman yung look. I felt good in what I was wearing, and most of the time.
Right.
And if anything, it was really more about, yeah, of course, important ang kung suot mo, but it's really the everyday performance, the everyday, how you interact with the girls, how you interact with the organizers. And at the end of the day, I don't really think it was my year. They had just won, and Miss International, well, I don't know, like from day one, I kind of felt like they didn't have that much interest in me anymore. You know what I mean?
Right.
Well, I guess it's a lot of factors. Again, pageantry is also a lot of politics, diba?
Right.
I mean, it's not fair. The world is not fair. It's not a fair world, even in
Right.
pageantry.
Yeah.
So marami talagang factors, equal factors.
Yeah.
And I just feel like I did my best and I did what I thought was right at the time. Of course, years later, I think all of us have, things that we could have shifted if we wanted to. But the past is the past. There's nothing we can do about it anymore. So, basta happy na.
Na lang to.
That's yun na yun eh. Those are the cards that were dealt. Miss International was looking for something else. They wanted something else, and that's fine. And I understand that.
Yeah. Eto may question, important ba daw yung advantage ba to win a national title na dumaan muna kayo sa local or provincial pageants?
I think yes, honestly.
Kind of. Sort of.
Yeah.
Pero ang dami na rin nanalo ng Miss Universe na like Shamsi, personally, kasi kabatch ko siya yung first pageant niya yun. But, dire-diretso talagang.
The first timer.
She won. I think.
Yeah, because.
Copy.
Bianca, first pageant.
Because it's because I don't know if you know, with provincial pageants, the walk's different. It's more. They have a certain stick to the walks. Unlike our national pageant, our walks are more clear. So sometimes people that come into the national pageant are movements that they have learned from the provincial pageant and that they bring it in. And sometimes they have to unlearn it and learn something new all over again, right? Sometimes it's easier to teach someone who doesn't know something and try to teach them everything that's just needed for the national pageant itself, So it's easier to brain gain. So unlike people that come from who have had experiences from provincial pageants and then come into the national pageant, it feels like a brain drain and then a brain gain again. So it's unlearning and learning all over again.
Definitely.
So yeah.
There's that aspect of her.
Ako, kasi marami akong experience sa local and provincial pageants. I think it's very challenging to undo yung mga kung ano na yung
Yeah.
nakasanayan ko in doing smaller pageants and then going into Binibini and trying to learn new things and trying to change, you know, some
Diba? It's
ways or
completely
my
different.
walk.
I have done smaller pageants as well.
Yeah. So it's like unlearning and then relearning again. I think that's one of the challenges
Diba?
for us.
Bigla na lang they'll tell you, hindi na, mali yan.
Yeah.
Kailangan ganito. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I've been doing this for the past 3 years. Tapos
Right, right. Whereas if it's your first time, kung ano yung tinuro sa'yo, eto lang yung alam mo, eto lang yung, kasi diba parang minsan nakasanayan mo na, you can't just change it. Kasi pag nasa stage ka na, automatic nang ginagawa ng katawan mo yung certain things, kasi eto na yung ginagawa mo for how many years.
Yeah.
Pero if you're first timer, kung ano yung tinuro sa'yo during training, yun lang yung alam ng katawan mong gawin when on your stage, if that
Right.
makes sense. So I think my advantage and disadvantages.
Yes, I think one of the good points of joining other pageants would be yung feeling ng being in a competition. I mean, I know it's
in the competition.
Sobrang iba yung level and level ng competition, but it's knowing how you react and how your body reacts when you're in a competition and when you're on stage and when you have to think on your toes. I think that would be a big plus also, but it doesn't necessarily mean that just because you have joined a big like provincial pageant or city pageant doesn't secure you of a place when you join a national pageant.
Right. Because it's totally different.
Yes.
I just wanted to say hi sa taga MJ all the way from Dubai.
Hi!
Thank you guys!
Love
I
it,
love
MJ
so
all the
much
way.
Kasi sobrang
I love them.
supportive nila kahit
Supportive.
sa amin. When
lahat ng queens.
Yes!
Diba?
Tamay lahat.
Yes! Sa amin.
I'm very, very proud of MJ All The Way group kasi talagang hindi limited yung support and love nila. What?
Welcome back!
Adam, welcome back! Welcome to our show!
Nagtatry lang ako kung naglalag pa rin ako or hindi. Naglalag pa rin ba ako? Kung naglalag ako, exit ako.
Hindi na.
Hindi na ako naglalag, yeah.